What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're right back into it, checking out another Jujutsu Kaisen episode, season 3, episode 8. Yeah, we're picking up pretty quickly in this series. In the last episode, Yuji and Megumi finally enter the Colon game, and they're immediately split apart. Like, apparently there's some unspoken rule that wasn't mentioned where you get dropped in the middle of nowhere from the sky into a random location, which kind of sucks. That threw Yuji and Megumi off right off the bat. And there are also these two hunter sorcerer people that kind of pick off rookies that kind of enter the game. I think their names were Hanyu and Haba, which, by the way, Haba, I think that's the dude with the helicopter looking ass guy. Like, his power's kind of lame, you gotta admit. I was kind of laughing throughout the last episode, and when I was editing, I was like, dude, this guy sucks. We also met two really suspicious characters. I think the names are Amai Rin and Remy. I don't know Remy's last name, if that is her last name or not, but they both told Yuji and Megumi different locations for the person they're looking for, which I think his name is like Higuruma. Sorry if I'm butchering all these characters' names, but yeah, both of them really suspicious. One of them could be lying and the other could be telling the truth. Both of them could be lying. We don't know what's really happening right now, so just really excited to get into this episode. This show does a really good job of like being direct and getting right into plot points, so really excited to see how fast this picks up and where Yuji and Megumi go from here. So with that said, let's get right into the episode. Go ahead and sit back, relax, and let's ride the wave. Ooh, this background music. I too own a cat. Who is this guy?
岩手県盛岡市で2016年3月、女児とその母親、計2人の自殺体が自宅で見つかった事件。
That's brutal.
警官が血のついた刃物を発見。
Ooh. It's a murder case?
後の DNA 鑑定で刃物の血痕と被害者の DNA が一致している。大江は一貫して犯行を否認。証拠となった刃物に関しては拾ったんです。俺のじゃない。
So he could have been framed. We don't know if he was framed for it.
届けるつもりだったそうだ。後で。分かってる。言い分すべてに無理がある。しかし大江の環境、住み込みで働いている NPO 法人のことを考慮するとありえない話じゃないと思えてくる。
Yeah, I feel like with cases like this, or like whenever someone gets potentially framed, we don't know if this guy's framed or not yet, but I feel like the evidence is always really hard to kind of like figure out the truth from, because he could be totally innocent. We just don't know. That guy is in a really, really tough spot, honestly.
行き場のない高齢者に対するシェルター運営や自立支援が主な活動だ。大江はそこで仕事として彼らの世話をしていた。だが彼に給料は支払われていない。
Oh, they didn't pay him. Oh, so maybe different forms of payment other than a wage? Oh.
入居者には前科のあるものも少なくないそうだ。さらに凶器の提出が遅れてしまった理由だが。呼んじゃダメな決まりなんです。パトカーや救急車。近所の人の迷惑。
I wonder if this guy that's kind of interrogating him is really important. Oh, this guy is probably Higuruma. Higuruma Law Office. Okay, maybe this Higuruma guy, like, he obviously works with maybe like the police or something. I don't know. Really interesting way to open up kind of like and introduce this character. We'll see what happens. Just a small note. Interesting that they, for the music for this, they're choosing kind of like an upbeat, happy, kind of jolly vibe, when in contrast, this scene is like very dark, gray, and like even the demeanor of this new character that we're seeing. I'm assuming his name is Higuruma. I don't know if that's just the name of the office space that they're using, or if that's actually the guy's last name or something because he owns a building or something. I don't know. But his demeanor is very just like bleak and bland and just like straightforward, trying to do his work. And they're using this very happy music in the background to kind of give contrast and kind of give juxtaposition over the scene. So really interesting to see how this is gonna go, just and like the pacing that this episode is gonna go on, because previously in that last episode was just very much action, high energy in both the music and the scenes. But this feels like something is coming, like something really important is coming from the scene, just from like these kind of blank kind of projections the characters are kind of giving, as well as the music that's just kind of almost nonchalantly playing in the background as if nothing bad is going to happen, you know? Just something very interesting I'm noticing here. Okay, so his name is Higuruma. Okay, so this guy might be the guy that they're looking for, and probably killed a bunch of people.
思ったことがそのまま出てるぞ。日車くんは相変わらずってわけだ。ボス弁がお金に興味ないと大変だね。高木さんみたいに副業で喫茶店やれとまでは言いませんけど、でも相変わらずって日車さんって昔から
Jazz music is always so calming and relaxing. I love jazz music.
彼がうちにいた時ね、危険運転致傷を担当したんだけど、飲酒運転ね。
So he's been in charge of a lot of cases.
その運転も職場の人たちに強要されたものだったの。でも関係者に口裏合わせられて示談金も用意できず、執行猶予も取れなかったんだよね。
I see. So he was kind of screwed. Oh, he got into a big accident.
なんてやめなよ。弱者救済なんて、そりゃ立派だけどさ。裁判所と検察の理解もなしに、私たちだけじゃ限界がある。
I see. So he's had cases where his clients would hope for something, he'd potentially like overpromise something, or maybe not overpromise, but maybe like kind of say something that makes them think that they're going to be innocent or be found innocent, but it's kind of screwed the clients over in the past. I don't know if he maybe has like motives or something with certain clients or whatever. I don't know, but clearly it sounds like this lady is trying to tell him that he's not suited for this job. I wonder if his personality or whatever we're going to learn about him kind of ties with how he handles cases too. Yeah, clients think that you suck.
精神的にも追い詰められています。私に当たるのも無理はない。
君の心はどうなるのさ、日車くん。
Yeah, is he doing okay mentally? We don't know. Solving cases must be a really like mentally taxing job. I already imagine how that can feel.
被告人は無罪。
Oh, they found him innocent. Oh, but this is a different guy. This guy kind of looks like Connie from Attack on Titan. Anyone else notice that?
すぐ控訴してくる。
Oh, interesting shot of Higuruma. Another note, I have a feeling Higuruma is like going to be really important or like really powerful in whatever this culling game thing is, like his part in the culling games. Something I noticed is like whenever there's like an important anime character or like just like an important person in an anime, they usually stand out a bit in terms of like their design, like character design, whether they have like really bright colored hair or they have like a certain look for their clothes or something, a certain style. But for him, he seems just very like average and normal. Not saying that he's going to be normal in any sense. We don't know yet, or I don't know yet, but like his design is very much just like kind of like your everyday character in an anime show. So I think it'll be really interesting to see like what happens with him specifically. Ooh, another person missing.
コンビニの防犯カメラに大江さんが映ってるのが大きかったですね。大江さんが自炊しない人でよかった。
日車先生、本当にありがとうございます。
So he had a successful case this time around, at least with the client.
俺を信じてくれてありがとう。
He must be really happy. I can't imagine the happiness you can feel with getting out of a case like that.
から新規の証拠は提出されず、行方不明者の犯行と疑う理由はないと無茶な事実認定が下され、判決が覆った。
They overturned it?
三審の最高裁は狭く。
Was that what the screen thing was? Does that mean he's gonna die? Oh my god. Oh, so it was doomed from the start. Oh. He must be so mad. Both of them must be so mad.
その目で見る。
Oh no.
君の心はどうなるの?
Not Connie. I'm joking, I'm joking.
これは自分がおかしいと感じたことを放っておけない性分でした。
So maybe he has a really strong sense of justice. Oh, right here. He's literally talking about some sort of goddess of justice. Hold on, let me read that again. People turn a blind eye to all kinds of things to protect themselves. Okay. Right. Yeah, he definitely feels like he needs to help where he can, even if he doesn't have the full power. That character in the back, this person right here, with the hair, kind of looks like Nobara. I wonder if they took the same character design and just plastered her on it. Oh, he looks mad. Oh. Oh, he's losing it. What is that? Oh, what is that? Oh. Oh. Dude, that spirit thing, whatever that was, is tight. It reminds me of whatever that spirit thing was. It reminds me of like that ghost thing from Spirited Away, like the giant floaty black thing with the mask. I'm finding a lot of different parallels in this episode. It's really interesting. One of them's lying. One of them's lying. Don't trust him right away. Oh. Okay, I guess he doesn't need a shirt. Nobody's trying to see that, man. I swear, if Amaya's an asshole too, please. Or maybe he was getting bullied, I don't know. Oh, is this Yuji back in the day too? Man, get your NPC ass out of here. Damn! Okay, Yuji. Oh my god, did Yuji beat his ass back in the day too? Okay, I don't know. I don't trust her, I don't trust her. You're trying to take a shower in this environment? I mean, Yuji did also. Yeah, yeah. He wasn't that hard to beat. Oh, get it off your chest, man. Get it off your chest. Ooh, seems like Amai feels like it's gonna be trouble. Dude, who is this guy? What is this getup? This man looks like a chicken. Oh. Okay, so Megumi ran into whoever that guy is. I think Remy said it was Reggie. We'll see what happens. Yuji probably is at Higuruma. Yes. Okay. So Remy was lying. Very suspicious of her.
君は服を着て風呂に入ったことがあるか？ないな。思っていたより気持ちがいい。そうだ。
I feel like that'd be uncomfortable wearing clothes in the bathtub. Ooh.
腹がちょっと面白い。
So maybe he's a bit psycho now?
いかに？話がしたい。待て。俺は弁護士だ。俺と話すと30分の1000円の相談料が発生するぞ。
This guy's got jokes.
冗談だ。ちょっと嫌な弁護士を演じてみたくてな。
Okay, this guy is kinda off the rails. I'm a little worried.
あんた100点持ってるよな。受肉した過去の術師じゃない。術師が開花した現代の術師だ。話が通じる。交渉の余地がある。いや、合格。
I don't know, Yuji. It feels really risky.
何それ？見てないんだけど。
どういうつもりだ？
君は死滅回遊についてどこまで知ってる？
This Reggie guy seems like a problem
世
too.
界内のプレイヤーたちの磁力を利用して日本の人間を彼岸に渡し人ならざる者へ変えるための天元様のことは伏せておくか。
Interesting camera shot choice there too. Is just one long stretch of like the camera pan for that entire conversation, or not entire conversation, but like for that majority of dialogue. Really interesting choice. Yeah, this whole part, just one long pan to the left.
日本の人間を彼岸に渡し人ならざる者へ変えるための天元様のことは伏せておくか。何君、賢弱と知り合い？いるとは思っていた。賢弱と関わりのある。
Ooh, so might have ties to Kenjaku. Ooh.
俺たちは死滅回遊を終わらせたい。
Oh, this guy looks crazy.
終わらせるってよりは殺し合いの強制を無効にした。そのためのルール追加にヒグルマの100点を使わせてくれ。
It's not gonna be that easy. There's something about him is off.
断る。
Of course, it's not that easy.
を利用してってところ、おそらくブラフだ。何？いや、ブラフより
A bluff.
2番手、3番手のプランだと思う。根拠は3つ。プレイヤーの数、プレイヤーの実力さ、結界のルール。
Oh.
約1000人のプレイヤーが10の頃に。
Okay, let's read this for a bit. So he seems to believe there's a bluff, or like the idea that using the player's cursed energy to ferry them across certain areas or colonies. I think that's how it works. Is a bluff because of 3 different reasons. So I think he said the strength of the players, the number of players, and the gap between the power of players. Let's read this real quick. Number of players, strength gap, yep. The barrier's rules, okay. Okay, if roughly 1,000 people were equally split up between the 10 colonies, right? Be 100 per colony. But among the players that are sorcerers, who are much stronger than the rest, these 2 alone have already culled 60 sorcerers? Damn! Okay, so 60 sorcerers already died from just those 2. Right. So only the stronger players are going to be left. Because everyone died off already. That's why it's too quiet. Right. Oh, interesting. So it's not only to like spread out the players and stuff, but it's to encourage players or like a new wave of like stronger sorcerers or something like that. That's interesting. And this guy's all about the law and justice. He kind of wants to be the overseer for this game. Okay, there's a lot of text on this. Let me read this real quick. What does it say? 2 players breaching the first rule shall be stripped of their technique. Yep. Rule 8. Players who do not show a change in points within 90 days of joining or acquiring points shall be stripped of their technique, right? And what is this guy? I'll say, I'd especially love to witness the stripping of a technique. So he wants to see those rules play out. Interesting. Yuji's confused too. Oh, he's picking a fight. Oh, it's almost like a performance. Yeah, he's strong, Yuji. You gotta be careful. I love the colors. Oh, domain expansion. What is going on? What's going on? What is this banging on the freaking board? Is he gonna have a domain expansion? Oh, Kenjaku. Okay. Who are these guys? Bro, what kind of ending was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's really cool. Another great setup in this episode in terms of like what the fights are going to be. So much like again building up in each episode, like slowly but surely there's like things that are going to be like popping off like right away, and these fights are going to be like really insane. For one, like who is that like chicken blonde haired dude looking guy? Like they didn't show much of him except for him just randomly popping up and stuff. I'll have to look at like the one scene where it kind of just shows him as a still with like his shirt off. I wonder if it said his name or like said any like other information that I missed, but he seems like a problem because he has maybe ties to Kenjaku. Maybe there's some sort of like deal that's going on between them two that Megumi will have to deal with. We also still don't know what Remy is about, and like she kind of just took a back seat in this episode. She was just sitting in the conversation between Megumi and the Reggie guy. I think that's his name. I'm assuming so. I just saw Reggie and I'm assuming that his name. Could be totally wrong. And then we also had Yuji meet Higuruma, which he's definitely a problem. He right off the bat, he just started a domain expansion. Pretty cool how his awakened powers, he's not like an ancient sorcerer or anything. He's like one of the new sorcerers that got awakened, but it seems like his powers is very much based off of like justice and like not necessarily doing the right thing, because that can be twisted in a lot of ways, but like his idea of justice and his idea of doing rights are based off of his current moral beliefs, which he is kind of off the rails at the moment, which will be a really big problem. Circling back to the beginning of this episode, like it was really interesting seeing the backstory of Higuruma and like where he came from and like what his inner like thoughts were and how he kind of processed going through different cases and trials and stuff. And I don't even know if that was like a flashback to anything like far away in the past, because then it tied into him going into that trial, which he kind of lost his case that was already kind of doomed to fail with that dude that looks like Connie. I'm gonna keep calling him Connie, but he already had his like sorcerer powers. He brought out his like ghost domain thing or whatever during that trial. So that couldn't have been too far off in the past. Maybe it gave us like a snippet of his past and then kind of sped forward to that trial that was like more recent within the game or whatever. So yeah, really interesting stuff. And then at the end right there, the whole Kenjaku scene, meeting with those like council of people in the purple room with that like explosion that happened like in the last season, but this time it was like white for like the entire city of Shibuya or something. I don't know what that's all about either. So again, being thrown right into the deep end with everything and like seeing how these different plot points are going to be tying together at some points. We'll get some more answers obviously as the show goes on, but I'm just really excited to keep going and seeing how they kind of tie everything together. So yeah, that'll be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's reaction, consider joining the wave by liking the video, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell. All your support means the world to me as a small creator. So with that said, until next time guys, talk to you soon. Peace.